In the skies above Libya, pictures released by military forces.
Actions have consequences, and the writ of the international community must be enforced.
The form of trade that essentially replaced silent barter, and that's trans-Saharan trade.
A center of gold mining, of industry and commerce, Johannesburg creates enormous wealth.
Customs officers regularly seize hauls of smuggled goods, and large-scale operations are currently in action across the country to find more.
Welcome to Karakin. The newest island discovered in the PUBG universe. Today we're going to talk about the origins of this map and the hidden secrets that lay beneath it. This story is complex, deep, and even confusing. So I hope you stick around as I break down piece by piece the true story behind Karakin. On January 13th, the PUBG European Twitter account teased a new map with this picture. It completely caught me off guard. From the looks of it, it seemed like this location was underground and there were pictures all over the wall. A map with circles on it and taken photos of people, which one of them I immediately recognized. It was the same guy from the short cinematic videos PUBG released during last season. If you haven't seen these already, don't worry, I'm going to give you a small recap. The first thing you see is a wide shot of Miramar, and the man you see in the picture back on Karakin is being detained. And for the sakes of the video, for now, let's just call him Mr. R. So Mr. R was brought back to one of the locations on Miramar called Hacienda to talk to the boss. The boss claims that he found out that Mr. R was placing bids on his territory.
That you've been placing bids for my territory behind my back.
And knows PlayerUnknown wants Miramar for his battlegrounds. In the end, the boss says no to PlayerUnknown's wants.
I'm the only choice that matters, and my answer is no.
And is killed in the result of it. So just from this one picture alone, we have already got tons of information and many more questions before we even seen the map. Soon after, some were saying the word on the cage to the right of the picture, Jamila, was from the Arabic language and was assumed the map was located in the Middle East. So at this point, I was already intrigued, but decided to hold off digging any deeper until the map was released. 2 days later, on January 15th, the map was released. And I wasted no time to start downloading the new update. As I was waiting, the patch notes that tell us everything about the map were posted on the PUBG website. So I naturally went to the website to take a look. As I was reading the notes, one line stood out to me. Karakin is a 2x2 kilometer island off the coast of North Africa. At this point in time, I really knew nothing about Africa, let alone North Africa. And I thought it was odd that there would be Arabic language written here. I knew if I wanted to figure out the story, I'd have to dive head first in the history of Africa. But first, I wanted to explore the island and see what I can find before my research began. And oh boy, did I find a lot. When I jumped in, my only priority was to find the underground area. But unfortunately, the maps were not available in custom games. I had to go to public lobbies and fight to get a chance to look at the underground areas. Then I was off to the secret area. After the coast was clear, I started to explore. Maps were all over the walls and spray painted logos of a squid. When I entered the second room, there were even more maps and gold laying around everywhere. There were so many pictures, more maps, more photos of random individuals, tons of gold left everywhere. The questions kept piling up. Who are these people? What are these maps for? Where are they located? Why is there so much gold? And the most important question of them all, who's behind whatever operation this is? So I started to get to work. So I focused my attention on the maps first. I started with the map with the red circles and white lines. At first glance, it looked like a real world map. I instantly hopped onto Google Maps to find this location, and what do you know? It's located in North Africa. Next, I tried to pinpoint each circle dot on the North African side. Each circle stayed in the perimeter of 3 countries: Libya, Tunisia, and Algeria. But I realized these points were not pointing to general countries, but specific location within those countries. So I decided to take a closer look, and each one of these cities had one thing in common. They all were all major international seaports: Benghazi, Bindrata, Tunis, Bizerte, and Binjaya. This wasn't a coincidence. I was onto something. Now I moved on to the red circles. Surprisingly, I couldn't find anything too damning. There was one circle placed on top of an island called Milta. It had a shipping port, but really nothing else, besides being a beautiful location spot. So I decided to come back once I had more information. I moved on to the next map, and oh man, things started to get serious. As I was looking at the map, it looked like it was the same, but now zoomed in on the country Tunisia, but now with red circles with X's and strange string lines. At the bottom left, there was text that said Karakin shipping lanes. I was interested in what shipping lanes were, and I looked up the meaning. A sea lane, sea road, or shipping lane is a regularly used route for vessels on oceans or large lakes. In the age of sail, they were not only determined by the distribution of land masses, but the prevailing winds, whose discovery was crucial for the success of long voyage. As I was researching, look what I stumbled across. The same shipping lane map. I felt like all the right pieces were falling in all the right places. It was only a matter of time until it was all unraveled. I had no idea the next thing that I was going to find was a link to everything, and it was right in front of my face the whole time. I started to put the shipping lane map side by side with the real world map, and then I saw it. There's an extra island on the shipping lane map, and nowhere to be seen on any of the real maps. And it looked quite similar, not only quite similar, precise exact measurement to a map we already know. Hey, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching it. A lot of work went into this video, and we're still not done. Also, I'm on Discord right now, answering a whole bunch of questions, and might give a little bit of sneak peeks into next week's. So if you want to come say hi to me or ask any questions, my Discord link is down in the description. First link in the description. I'll see you guys there. Peace.